Hello, I'm here today with Chris Meadows, Head of Investor Relations at IQE Group. Chris, welcome.
Thank you.
The wireless market accounted for 84% of your sales last year, but trading was impacted by lacklustre smartphone sales in the second half. We've recently seen some positive statements from your key customers, particularly Skyworks. How are these dynamics likely to impact your trading profile in the near term?
Well, it's true to say that the wireless sector is by far our biggest and most important market, and we've developed a leading position with certainly the largest global market share in the supply of wafers for that market. And over the last year or so, we've not really seen many new product launches and new features being added, and that combined with some degree of seasonality and also inventory changes amongst the supply chain base has had an effect. But we see it as a very robust market and certainly of key importance to IQE in the future, and we believe it can continue and will continue to grow.
And of course, there were then concerns over the threat of competition from silicon. Qualcomm announced its Silicon 360 solution over a year ago now. Has your view evolved at all regarding the impact that this could have on your core wireless business?
No, our view is pretty much the same. We predicted at the time that it was quite unlikely it would have a major impact. And as you say, it's well over a year now, and a complete front-end silicon solution has yet to materialize. And it's down to the basic physics. The fundamental physics are that for enhanced performance required of modern devices, they need silicon and compound semiconductors to work together. In many ways, it's a little like, you may not remember valves, but transistors, silicon transistors took over from valves more than 50 years ago. And for a number of years, the two technologies worked together. But we're now at a stage, a lot of modern computers use chips that contain 1 billion transistors because of miniaturization. Now, that's possible within semiconductors, such as silicon and compounds, but certainly not in valves. So the basic physics are there. Can you imagine a computer with 1 billion valves? It would need something the size of St. Paul's Cathedral.
The Internet of Things has been an inescapable theme over the past few years, garnering a lot of attention recently. Your customer, Skyworks, recently cited this trend as a factor in upgrading its guidance. Do you think that this could be a significant driver of IQE's business? Or do you think this is one area in which lower-end silicon solutions may prevail?
It's absolutely an important factor, and on so many levels, because as more and more devices and things become connected, not only do they need the wireless devices to be more powerful, better performance and highly efficient, they also need the infrastructure to support that, so the wireless infrastructure, but also a lot of the devices that are becoming connected need to be aware of the world they're in, so there are increasingly more sensors in the devices, and those sensors rely also on compound semiconductors. So I believe that the Internet of Things actually will be a huge growth driver.
Moving beyond wireless, IQE has been developing technologies for other fields, such as VCSEL lasers, solar energy, and power semiconductors for a number of years now. At what stage do you think IQE will start to benefit from these diversified revenue streams? What applications do you think are likely to lead this, both in terms of timing and ultimate revenue potential?
Well, that's already happening. We've seen growth in the photonics market over the last few years. And there's a big drive, certainly by Western economies, to reindustrialize the US and certainly Europe. And in fact, we recently announced a joint project with partners such as Philips to develop VCSEL devices for optical communications, for heating applications, other industrial applications, and so on. And in the past, a lot of effort's gone into research and development, but there's now a real focus on commercializing these products, and a lot of that is being driven by governments worldwide. So we're very happy to be a part of that, and we believe that will drive rapid growth in, as I say, the commercialization of these products.
Chris, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you. You're welcome.
If you'd like any more information, please do visit the Edison website.